Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the My Singing Monsters Comedy Hour. I'm your host, My Singing Monsters Matt, and I've got some zingers for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
She's ready. All right. So, why? Gotta start this out right. Why did the tomato blush?
Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And I got another one here for you. What is the strongest vegetable? Any guesses? No, it's a mussel sprout. Oh, yeah. And what do you call a retired vegetable? A has-been. A has-been. Are you digging what I'm putting down here, Monster Handler Sydney?
If you keep going like this, you might just be a has-been.
What do you mean? Happy Monstering! And welcome to episode 41 of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop for everything to do with My Singing Monsters. I am Monster Handler Matt.
Or as you said in your comedy routine, My Singing Monsters Matt. Did you catch that? You said, I'm My Singing Monsters Matt.
Hey, so if you caught last week's episode 40, I am just getting back into the role here. And also I don't know if you could tell, but I was nervous to be delivering those vegetable-based puns.
Now, why
I was a little anxious. I was a little worried about
off
it.
your game.
I was a little off my game. It's going to take, I'm sure, a few episodes to get back.
Episodes
to get back on track. But that's why we have such a supportive, loving community who will roll with it, right? Who will roll with the punches.
The fruit punches.
So what's your name?
My Singing Monsters Sydney.
There. All right. Now you see, she said it. Now I'm going to mess that up. Welcome to episode 41 of My Singing Monsters Live.
My Sydney Monsters.
Oh, that'll be a spin-off. Let's get some fan art of that, please. My Sydney Monsters. That's a whole other program. We've got some giveaways to talk about. We do giveaways every single episode of My Singing Monsters Live. And last week, if you were lucky enough to tune in, we gave away 10 different giveaway items of the user's choosing.
Yes, and if you're one of those few people who still hasn't gotten back to us with their friend code, yeah, make sure you get back to us because you got a free monster of your choice.
Yeah, anything. It can be literally anything, any monster. That's very exciting. But because we're back to your regularly scheduled programming today, episode 41, we are going to be giving away 2 items today. First, Two, yeah.
2. And who's that behind the camera?
That's Monster Handler Michael behind the camera. So everyone say, hi, Michael.
Hi.
There he is. We're going to be doing 2 giveaways today. The first of which is our subscriber giveaway. And this is an exciting giveaway because you don't actually have to be tuned into the show to be eligible for this particular giveaway. If you're a subscriber to the big, I guess it's not the My Singing Monsters, it's the Big Blue Bubble TV channel on Twitch, not just a follower, but a subscriber, then you are automatically entered for these weekly subscriber giveaways.
Now, Matt, what's an easy way that they can subscribe? If they have...
By hitting the subscribe button. No. What's an easy way for them to subscribe is if they have an Amazon Prime membership, then you have a Twitch Prime membership, and you get 1 subscription, if you will. Subscription for free. And you know that you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, the Big Blue Bubble TV channel here on Twitch.
Yes, please.
.tv. So, the subscriber giveaway, typically themed around what's going on this week.
And we have lots of new stuff
and
going on this week.
Yes, this was a very exciting conclusion to Summer Song 2019 because, of course, we are... just now taking the baby steps into the final weekend of availability for the hula, and Summer Song is coming to a close. And we promised that we had a surprise for you before the end of Summer Song. And surprise we had, because on today's episode we're going to be talking about Island Skins and Epic Reedling, the newly discovered epic. But before we get into all that, I want to announce what people are going to be winning today for the subscriber giveaway, and that is your very own Epic Reedling. An Epic Reedling.
Yes.
That curious creature that we'll be discussing in just a few moments, but I believe we've already drawn the subscriber winner for today. I will
We have indeed.
drum roll, and you shall announce.
Okay. Thank you for subscribing, and congratulations to our winner, Blake at Stake, Prince Blake.
Great name.
Yes.
What is it? Blake at stake _ Prince Blake.
Blake.
Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations.
Blake is what I'll call you.
And thank you for subscribing.
Yes, you are the recipient of your very own free Epic Reedling.
So just send us your friend code if we don't already have
That's
it.
right. Whisper at us on Twitch. That's the private messaging name for how that works on Twitch.
Yeah.
And yes, your BBBID/friend code so we know which account to deliver your brand new Epic Reedling to. And the second giveaway that we'll be giving away, and this is a very exciting giveaway that we're going to do today, and this is running the entire length of this episode number 41, and to be eligible for that, you do need to be tuned in today, you do need to be in the chat, and you need to put in !raffle, RAFFLE, in order to be eligible. It's that simple. You only need to do it once. Multiple inputs will not improve your chances. If you're in, you're in. And then the draw will be done. And since we've already advertised it on social media, I am not spoiling anything by announcing that the winner of today's giveaway is the Vegetable Medley Island Skin.
They're the winner. They're the prize.
Yeah.
The winner
What did
will
I
receive.
say?
I thought you were already announcing.
Yeah. You
The
said
winner-
the winner is the
The
vegetable
winner
skin.
will be receiving that item. Yes, the Vegetable Medley Island Skin.
Yes, it's our special win a skin episode.
Win a skin, riding through the hedge. Anyway, I forget. So, yes, the brand new Vegetable Medley Island Skin. So, version 2.3.1 of My Singing Monsters went live just this past Monday, August 12th. And with it came the unveiling of a brand new feature set, the Island Skins. The first one available, of course, the Vegetable Medley Skin
Available
for
Plant
Plant
Island.
Island. That's right, an exclusive for Plant Island at this time. And this is an exciting skin not only because of the delicious, delicious cosmetic change that your Plant Island undergoes when the skin is applied, but you get some awesome boosts
Yes, you do.
at the same time.
3 boosts. You want to name one?
3 boosts. You do the first one,
First one is 10% faster incubation.
which is always helpful because, as has been mentioned in the past, more and more epics are being discovered. And in general, it's just a great quality of life
Yeah, it's
improvement
just
for you.
handy.
Just get to speed things a little bit up on
Yeah.
Plant Island. Every little
And-
bit helps, right?
And if you are someone who likes to spend diamonds on speed ups, think about that. All of your speed ups on incubation will now cost less diamonds because they're all going to be shorter.
And the great part of, best part, of course, is that this boost stacks on top of the upgrade
Yes.
that you can already perform on your nursery to turn it into the enhanced nursery. And this applies also to bonus nurseries if you are a premium user. So there's so many reasons. So that's just the first boost. What is the second boost? The second boost is a 15% increase in speed of your coin production from your monsters.
Yes.
Again, very handy to have.
So just to clarify, because I saw some people asking about this on social media, so it's 15% faster coin production.
That's right.
It's not 15%.
Increased
greater-
total.
yes,
It's not. Yes, the max amount that your monsters can collect does not change, but it just gets faster. It's basically working sort of like happiness works. It's like boosted happiness for your monsters.
Yeah, so if
in
your
that they collect coins that much faster.
Right. So if your monster takes a minute to max out their coins, now it's going to max
Take
out their coins in 15% shorter than a minute.
Let's not do that math.
Yes.
That math is
or 10.
that,
yeah, 15%.
That math
shorter.
is icky.
Yes.
And then the final boost, which I'm very excited about this boost because
Yes.
this is
This is definitely my favorite.
this will
one.
always be relevant. Your wishing torch effects of boosting your chances to breed special monsters is doubled.
Yes.
Doubled. 2 times greater than just your run-of-the-mill non-island skinned torch.
And that also applies to permanently lit wishing
That's right.
torches.
Regardless of whether or not you are lighting your torch yourself, your torch has been lit by a friend, or if you have permanently lit your wishing torch and it is burning with a brilliant blue color.
So imagine those of you out there who already have the maximum number of wishing torches. Maybe you've already permanently lit them all. Now they're all doubled forever.
Yes, the boost is still applied. It is still an excellent leg up, if you will.
So that's a big boost.
Yeah, so that's the first one. So that's what the island skin does. And the other cool thing about island skins is that there are 2 unique ways to call the Vegetable Medley skin your own.
Yes.
there is the just straight in-app way of spending 2,500 diamonds to own that skin forever, and that doesn't require any in-app purchases to be made, provided that you have the number of diamonds. You're in like Flint and you're smooth sailing. But there's also the second option, which is getting the Vegetable Medley pack.
Yes.
That's right, and this pack, priced at the very reasonable, for the value of it, very reasonable $9.99 USD, also includes a bonus 100 diamonds. Now, when you consider that the $4.99 USD bucket of diamonds gives you 105 diamonds, there's a lot of good value
wrapped
wrapped
that's a
up
really
in
good
that.
deal. So I saw a lot of people saying, people not fully understanding, so how are we getting that $79.99 value of the pack? So do you want to break that down?
Sure. So based on the cost of the island skin, which is 2,500 diamonds, this equates roughly to about 82.5% of the value of the diamond, of the biggest diamond pack that we offer in My Singing Monsters, the Vault of Diamonds, which gives you 3,000 diamonds, and that one is valued at $99.99 USD. So it's the diamond cost associated with the new cosmetic and the boosts that you're getting is how we are able to land at that $79.99 USD
so
dollar value for the skin.
Does not cost $79.99, but it's worth that. You're only paying $9.99.
Yes.
So
pretty good. Pretty good
so
deal.
hopefully you can see that that's a pretty good savings. Yeah.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know, the way to navigate and to purchase your island skin, if this is the sort of thing that you're interested in, is based on the main HUD, the main context bar, the heads-up display of your plant island. You may notice that the
maybe I can show on my phone.
perhaps
I don't know if it'll look good, but
good?
Go on.
The help button in the bottom right-hand corner, right beside options, has been replaced with an info button. The help menu is now nestled inside the info button, but the info button will bring up your plant island screen, and then it is a tabbed window that you can see both the info for your plant island and the skin tab. On the skin tab, there is the $2,500 diamond cost,
So
and
let's see if
perhaps
that'll look okay. So at the very bottom here, this very high tech, you can see this little.
Is that your account, Monster Hannah
This
Sydney?
is my account.
Oh,
so here's
an
a little
unprecedented
eye.
look.
Boom. Now you're on Plant Island. And then up here is the skin tab. Oh, let me just tap that. Boom. And so at the bottom is where you can buy it with diamonds, that green button, like you said. And then
in the far upper right corner, you can see a little sticker.
a little paintbrush button.
That paintbrush button is how you call up the $9.99
Yes.
Vegetable Medley pack. Now, some people have been communicating to us on social media that they were having some difficulty finding how to pay for island skins. We are accepting that feedback, and we're looking at a way maybe to refine that
Reworking it,
process
yeah.
a little bit
Maybe a
in
little
a
clearer.
future update. But for the time being, we wanted to celebrate this feature because it's very exciting
And it's very beautiful.
and it is the first of many.
Yes.
The first of many island skins to
and
be
we know-
rolled out.
And we know what the next ones will look like.
Yes, we do. That is the benefit of being a monster
Yes.
handler.
And they're very exciting. I'm
They
looking
are
forward
very
to them.
exciting. I think that people will be very keen to see what sorts of new looks they can achieve for their natural islands. Now, there's a couple more talking points that I wanted to mention about island skin specifically Vegetable Medley. So, for Plant Island, we thought, what sort of plant-related visual, what plant-related aesthetic could we achieve that looks not like the plant island that already exists? So, Sydney,
Could
yes?
I interrupt for a
Yes,
second?
you can.
I saw someone in the chat commenting on how low my diamonds are. And I'd just like to say that
You're spending your diamonds.
yes, I spend my diamonds, and I keep my diamonds at a very reasonable level so that when I take screenshots of my game, You're not seeing
It doesn't look like you're hitting up the bank of the Monster World like I routinely am, and you can see my diamonds are typically in the hundreds of millions.
For the record, I have a game that has never been
tampered with.
Yes, never been affected by developer tools. I have a
wow,
real game.
You're pure. Oh wow,
Yes.
Monster Island Sydney's pure.
Now,
Isn't that exciting?
thank you for that intermission. Now, as you were saying, we were thinking Plant Island, plants.
Plant Island, plants. So we were inspired in part by the oeuvre of Mannerist painter Giuseppe ArcimBOLD, a artist renowned for his portraiture made up entirely of edible objects.
Yes.
Specifically, his most famous work, Vertumnus, is a reimagining of the Roman Emperor Nero as the Roman god of metamorphoses, of life, and of change. Vertumnus. So, we thought, what better way to pay homage to this great human world artist than by constructing the Plant Island head out of vegetables? But there's more. There's one layer deeper. From a lore standpoint, what connection does this new Plant Island look, what does Vegetable Medley mean for the lore of My Singing Monsters? Well, at least at the game level, this is a cosmetic look for your Plant Island, but I can confirm here for the first time on My Singing Monsters Live that there's something big out there in the monster world, previously unknown to us, but that has been confirmed with the discovery of Island Skins, and that is these gigantic beings that I am codenaming Titans that are wandering around the monster world, typically doing their own thing, minding their own business, but that occasionally play host to small colonies of singing monsters. And that's exactly what's going on here. So, what is the name of this gigantic, titanic figure that Vegetable Medley belongs to? Well,
I don't know.
Well, I'll ask you this question. What does a shepherd look after?
Sheep.
Sheep. And what does the shepherd do to these sheep?
Herd.
He herds it. So, this titanic figure upon which Vegetable Medley is based, the creature species is Harvard. Because they herd the harvest.
Ah, Harvard.
That is spelled
Harvard.
Harvard, or if you're from the northeastern seaboard of the United States, Harvard.
So everyone in the chat say hi, Harvard.
Say hi, Harvard. So that is the name of this titanic being.
Very cool. So there could be others out there.
Yes, it is my understanding that at any given time there are several roaming Harvards walking around the monster world, displacing huge amounts of earth and water as they journey from place to place.
Wow.
Think Ent from Lord of the Rings,
I can see it.
sort of thing. So these Harvards are actually in-game, or I guess in-universe creatures that inhabit the monster world, and that is the lore behind Vegetable Medley.
Very cool. I wonder what other Titans are out there.
Yes.
Well, I wonder, but
you know.
we know.
You know.
We've
You know.
discovered a
You know
few.
specifically Monster
But they're
Hammer Sydney.
not quite ready yet to
That's right.
make
We're
contact.
still working on these new island skins, many of which will feature these titanic figures from monster lore. So
And a lot
get
of people
excited.
asking, will the new skins have the same boosts? Will they have different boosts? And the short answer is that we're still working on it. So you'll know when we announce it.
And please feel free to write in to our support channels, our social media channels, and give us your feedback on these boosts that came with
which boosts,
Vegetable Medley.
Which boosts do you think are the most helpful? Which ones are maybe not so helpful for you? Or which ones would you like to see? Yeah.
Yes. This is all helpful to us as we ideate on which boosts might appear on future island skins. Okay, so that was an exciting thing that happened this past week. And another exciting thing that happened this past week, the discovery of the Epic Reedling.
Yes.
Finishing off the triumvirate of common, rare, and Epic Reedling. This
Reedling,
epic form.
Reedling's one of my favorite monsters,
I know.
Yes.
You've loved Reedling from the very get-go.
Been waiting for Epic Reedling, and I was not disappointed.
Yeah, this epic definitely is worthy of its namesake. It is truly an epic monster, and epic in ways that are a little unexpected, harder to anticipate, because at least at first glance, this monster definitely appears to be a cyborg.
Yes.
Not unlike a couple of the other epics that have been released to date. We know that Epic Deech has those cybernetic enhancements.
Yes.
Epic T-Rox.
Yes.
It
began
its Rebro enhanced or influenced mentored suit.
Yes. Which over time has fused.
Grafted, that's right, onto its organic body. So we know that there are a couple other cyborgs out there, and definitely there are cyborg-esque elements to the way that Epic Reedling has evolved this new look. But of course, Reedlings specifically are known problem solvers. When they have an issue, they go the evolution route and they say, you know what, I'm going to develop specialized organs to tackle this issue. And as has been revealed on social media and in the bio for Epic Reedling, Reedlings have a hard time controlling their body temperature. They've got very temperature-sensitive blood.
So 1 minute they're cold-blooded, the next they're hot-blooded.
That's right. They are ectotherms, not endotherms. They are affected by the heat, the temperature of their environment. So Epic Reedling, deciding it had had enough, decided to evolve these specialized organs to combat this temperature quandary. So the pieces of Epic Reedling that look sort of metallic are actually a chitinous carapace. And I have been mispronouncing the word chitin my entire life. That's right, I've been saying chitin. But Michael. Chitin. He has experience with chemical engineering. The man's intelligence and resources know no bounds. So he was able to correct me that it's not chitin. That sounds ridiculous. It's chitin, which is sort of like a bug's equivalent of the keratin that we find that makes up our nails and that's in our hair, and is the same sort of substance that makes up like the horn of a rhinoceros. That's keratin. But chitin is a substance typically associated with insects. Okay. So this is sort of unusual because otherwise Reedling is mostly mammalian, I'd say, in its form. But it evolved these chitinous carapaces in order to better circulate the air that it is channeling, that it is harvesting from its rogue toots. That's right, those rogue toots. Who knew that flatulence would come in so much handy?
Is it confirmed flatulence?
That's what a toot is, yes. The odd toot in its sleep.
And
I will note,
a flute toot?
No, it's not just a flute toot.
No.
There's other toots involved there. And you know, I'm not the first person to use the word flatulence. It already appears in my Singing Monsters in the description of the firebush decoration. So don't be hating on me for saying inappropriate stuff. It is a deeply scientific term. Toot. Toots. So harnessing these rogue toots and able to recirculate that air into a temperature-controlled organ all over its body. That's what Epic Reedling does. And a lot of people have noted that the legs of Epic Reedling look not unlike a bundle of cables. And definitely, at first glance, that's what they look like. And I think, strictly speaking, from an inspiration standpoint, monster handler Chris, in working on Epic Reedling, definitely started from a robotic stance. But our monster handler research indicates that there was more than meets the eye, and that there was something a little different happening with Epic Reedling. That these are all evolutionary changes to the monster, not a augmentation. So there you go. That's Epic Reedling. That's Island Skins, Harvards, Epic Reedlings. So much exciting stuff to discover. And I mentioned chitin for one last reason, because as of 26 minutes ago, as part of our conclusion of Summer Song, we have the Bug Report Rare Ethereal promotion. That is live right now on My Singing Monsters. That means that you can, for a limited time, buy or breed Earth Island's own Rare Humbug and Ethereal Island's Rare Araculele and Rare Fun Prey. All three of those rare ethereal monsters available to buy or breed this weekend.
I really love that trio. Out of all of the rare ethereal promotions that we have,
you like these three?
Yeah, I think they might be my fave.
Yes, and especially when you imagine them working in an office environment.
Yes.
With their little ties and their glasses, yes, and perhaps providing tech support over the phone, as you might see in this weekend's sales announcement in game. So there you go. So, I just wanted to tie that in together.
Good time.
That there's all sorts of chitin flying around this particular weekend as we wrap up Summer Song 2019. Okay, Sydney, you got some questions for me?
I do. I have lots of questions.
Great. Well, I would be delighted to answer them.
Awesome.
I was hoping that would make it crack.
Oh,
there we
a couple things that have been asked in the chat for us to address before we get into it.
Yes.
First of all, people asking for my friend code. No way, buckos.
That's
my friend
private.
code.
That's private. Unless you want to post it at some later time. I'll leave that up to you to decide whether or not. I know that I did at one point, and my friends list is so long I can barely navigate through it.
The only reason I'm concerned about doing it is being flooded to the point that my game, I don't know.
And the other thing, too, is, as a monster handler, we have unprecedented access to resources here at Big Blue Bubble that we can use to affect our account. We wouldn't want people's, for example, torch lighting, despite the fact that it comes from a positive community building place, to be, and I'll use the word, wasted on Monster Handler Sydney just because you can light your own torches as much as you want.
I'm not in need of
And
torch
you don't need
lighting
and you don't need keys
and
gifted.
yeah.
You don't need speed
So
up requests
I'd rather
answered.
you spent that on people who could use
Other
that
members
option.
of the
Yes.
community. Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Monster Handler Mike, what you got?
Rub V
Yes?
asked, has anyone else taken advantage of working at BBB to improve their accounts? Just as you were saying.
Has anyone taken advantage? The problem with working at the
Some things
place,
you need to test.
yes. The problem with working at the place where you create the game is that obviously knowing that anything of the game is just within reach because of the benefits, the perks, the boosts, if you will, of being a monster handler.
I would say many of the people who play the game at work probably don't have.
Because
boosted
we're also
accounts.
trying to
Yes.
understand how to improve the game by having an authentic player
Yes,
experience.
but
right?
there are many people who do because we take screenshots, we have to test things. So I wouldn't say anyone's taking advantage of it.
No, but we do
there's some
routine.
things
Yeah, but we do
need it for.
sometimes manipulate data in order to speed up our progression to make sure that something has become available. For example, if we were working off of a lower level account, stuff like that, you can progress faster just by changing all those values on the database.
Another thing that the community asked: what if someone already has the skin and they win the giveaway?
That's a great question.
Yes.
Sydney, you have the answer.
You can whisper message us as per usual and just give us the friend code of a friend or someone else that you'd like.
Wow, so
to-
you can gift
Yeah.
an island skin to someone.
Yeah. So
Right now. For the only time maybe that'll ever happen here on My Singing Monsters Live.
yeah.
Whoa.
So what a nice gift, especially if you know someone who's maybe just starting out or who just makes great things for the community and you think
Or has
deserves
trouble
it.
breeding special monsters, or who just wants a really nifty looking plant island, right?
Yeah.
Because even if it didn't have the boosts, it is a really juicy looking island.
Yes, and then the last thing is people are asking: is the $9.99 price a sale price or is that the regular price?
That is the regular price
Yes.
of the
And that pack is sticking around, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
that
it's not
pack
limited
will
time.
always be available.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get into the questions.
Okay.
Now I've cleared that up.
Now that everything is, I can see clearly now that Sydney's answered those
All right.
questions.
Explorer Monster asks: is there a chance that all the new island skins will be food themed?
Of course, there's a chance.
There's a chance. However, we've already touched on Titans.
Yes,
So-
these large creatures roaming around the monster world, these titanic figures of legend and lore.
I would be skeptical to think that they're all food themed.
Yes, I would be skeptical of that as well.
I answered.
But
that
I ain't.
before.
I ain't confirming nothing. I ain't confirming nothing. Bah.
All right.
Bah.
Rub V asks. Oh no, we already touched on that.
Okay.
Improving the accounts. Stack of Wubblins. What happens to a monster when it is sold?
What happens? That's a great question. I am happy to report that unlike obstacles, which when they are removed from an island are recycled as obstacle decorations for other players' accounts, in-game, My Singing Monsters, the act of selling a monster, I'd say is purely a game mechanic, and that an island's native monster population is sort of doing its own thing, not as influenced by by the human caretakers of the monster world in universe as it is in the context of the game. Much like we've discussed that the scale of the islands is a lot larger.
Exactly what I was going to say. In my mind, they just go to somewhere else that is part of the larger island that we can't see in the game.
Yeah, and that the game is sort of representational of the world of Mycenaean monsters.
Does Epic Reedling wear a mask all the time, or does it show its true face once in a while? That comes from Prime Big Shrub. Perhaps related to Big Shrub?
Or maybe that's their Prime account. That's their Twitch Prime.
It
Maybe
could
they've
be.
got 2 accounts.
Could be. All right, so does Epic Reedling wear a mask all the time, or does it show its true face once in a while?
So this is an interesting question because it depends on how you consider the actual face of Epic Reedling. We don't really consider it to be a mask. It's sort of like the face, the head of a beetle, which has that chitinous carapace on it at all times. Now, you may be referring, Prime Big Shrub, to a recent social post where the face of Epic Reedling was depicted, but the reason that we wanted to show that is for the purposes of the social post that we were traveling inside the mind of Epic Reedling, and that we were seeing a couple of its thoughts of remembering the chilly depths of Water Island and the stifling heat of Earth Island.
If we were to jump into the mind of Monster Handler Matt, he probably wouldn't be wearing his hat, for example.
That's what you think.
Well,
There's just a smaller hat inside of my head.
do you dream in your hat?
Yes.
What do you dream of?
Electric sheep.
Grumpy Galvana asks, do the Colossals have names as well?
If they do, they're the kind of names that wouldn't be able to be pronounced by human tongues. And I think the Colossals have individual personalities and sort of essences, but I don't know if we can actually truly understand them to be separate in the same way as we do, like you and me. Because these are colossal spirits of creation, I think that the boundaries between what is you and what is me is a little blurred when it comes to the Colossals. They're truly an alien form of life, at least as far as humans are concerned.
Larger than life. Dudecraft4 asks, will islands other than the natural islands, such as Ethereal, Sugarbush, Firehaven, Fire Oasis, Woodland, Celestial, and Gold, get new skins, or will they only be available on natural islands?
For the time being, we're going to be focusing on natural islands. That doesn't mean that island skins won't later be coming to those other islands, but I think we're going to try and mess around with the natural islands first. You can't go wrong with the natural islands, right? They're sort of like the hub of the monster world.
Strimes Tweets 49 asks, since monsters love eating so much, how have they not eaten vegetable medley yet?
Oh, well, I think the
Taking a
Harvard.
chunk out of
I think the
Harvard.
Harvard would have
Yeah.
something to say about that. As the herder of the harvest, I think much in the same way that a shepherd doesn't necessarily let people just come and take their sheep, the Harvard doesn't necessarily just let monsters go
Maybe he
and
has
take a big bite.
Maybe he has a vine that comes out and snaps him
Or
on the
maybe
nose.
there's a big asparagus-like stalk that comes and that bonks on the head that says, "Please do not be eating my body."
Or maybe all the veggies just taste bad.
Oh, delicious looking,
Kind of like
but sour tasting.
frogs that
Poison dart frogs.
yes, that make themselves taste poisonous or just taste bad. So that things don't eat them.
But that look beautiful
Yes.
to the human eye at
Yes.
least.
And vegetable medley. The Harvard is very beautiful.
Yes,
to
there
the
might.
eye.
Yes, there might be a similar biological defense mechanism in place there with the Harvard.
Desi Doo asks, why do the boosts you get when getting an island skin stay even when you switch skins? So that's a nice feature about island skins, is that those boosts are permanent, whether
Yes.
the skin is active or not.
Yes, as an example, when it comes time for Plant Island to be redecorated for Spooktical, we wanted you to be able to take advantage and to celebrate that look of the island during that seasonal event, and it would not be ideal if you were sort of locked in that view, in that mode of vegetable medley forever. So the reason that the boosts are always enabled is because that wouldn't be great otherwise. You'd have to have, say for example, during Spooktical this year, you wanted to enjoy the spooktacular version of Plant Island, but you also wanted to benefit from the boosts because, just conjecturally speaking, there are new monsters available.
Monsters. Bah.
Bah, bah, but, but you want those boosts to be available all the time.
Yes.
Basically, you want to have your veggies and eat them too.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it more convenient
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah.
And so that touches on a point brought up a lot on social media was the island skins, the vegetable medley skin. It does not change during Spooktical, but if you want the Spooktical appearance of Plant Island, all you have to do is deactivate Veggie Medley, and there you go. There's the Spooktical version of Plant Island.
Ta-da!
So you get,
It's that easy.
like you said, you get to have your veggies and eat them too.
What's your favorite veggie?
Tell us in the chat.
Yes, please. Michael, what's yours?
Mine. I like broccoli because I like pretending I'm a brachiosaurus eating the leaves.
Michael's Jurassic Park affinity comes out to play.
Yes.
I think I love eating raw green beans. I like eating them like I would chips, like a snack. I find now not all green beans are the same. Sometimes you can get not great green beans, but if they're nice and if you've like refrigerated them and they're sort of like a cool treat, that's some good stuff.
Monster Handler Matt loves his veggies.
I do love my veggies. So I love vegetable medley.
Yeah. I'm partial to potatoes. Very, very versatile and very tasty.
Yeah, you
also
can't go
love-
wrong with potatoes.
Also love corn. Love corn on the cob.
The ears of corn,
Yes.
as seen on the Harvard of Vegetable Medley.
Yes. I have very KFC vegetable sensibilities.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to identify
As
that.
a vegetarian who
Yes.
cannot eat at KFC, I also enjoy vegetable medley very much.
There you go.
Yes. On regular Plant Island, what exactly is that green substance coming out of the colossal's nose? That comes from woohoos.
Snot.
There you have it.
Snot.
What'd you think it was?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It's goopy.
It is goopy and green, and it's coming out of his shots.
Viscous.
Okay, Cole the Bug. Oh, this is a nice question. Cole the Bug asks, will you guys be doing Extra Life again this year? If so, could you play Super Mario Maker 2 and play levels submitted by the fans?
I think we
Michael?
do have plans to play that.
Yes, we hopefully will
You
be
heard it here
doing
first,
that,
folks.
yes.
You're on episode 41 of Mice and Monsters Live. Extra Life 2019. It's happening.
And that typically happens in November?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's the first weekend.
First
of November.
weekend.
First
of
weekend
November.
of November. Okay, so
Great.
mark your calendars. Regular Big Shrub asks, what are your anniversary month plans? Any teasers coming up?
Anniversary month. Never
that?
heard of it. Bah, bah. As if we'd tell you here on the program, Big Shrub. We want everyone to enjoy it at the same time. So I'm sure if you stay tuned over this last half of August, there's got to be something.
Surely.
It's got to be something.
I like the idea of asking for a teaser ahead of time.
Yeah, that sort of
That's a-
defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's like a teaser to a teaser. That doesn't make any
They
sense.
do that though. They like teaser for the trailer. They do that now.
Yeah.
They build the hype. They build the hype.
Okay, Sasha Just Answer asks, in its bio, this is about Epic Reedling.
Yes.
So in Epic Reedling's bio, it says that he can use his tooths to stay warm and fresh, depending on the weather. How does that work? I think you've already sort of touched on this. So
Yes, it is able to collect the toot air and then reprocess it using these specialized organs
I hope it's
that
not.
circulated around its body.
I hope that air smells fresh.
I can't guarantee that. I
I
can
think
only
its
guarantee.
organs purify.
I hope. Well, you know what? What may.
Reedling is pretty smart.
Yeah, but wait. What may smell nasty to us might smell delightful to a monster. You got to remember, these are monsters, right?
Well-
they're singing monsters. They're not singing puppies.
Well,
they're singing monsters.
speaking of puppies, Reedlings
Yes.
sort of have a canine-esque air to them.
And if you've ever had a dog smell.
No, but what smell do doggies love? Peanut butter.
Yes.
What if it all smells like peanut butter in
That'd
there?
be nice, but I also say if you've ever smelled a dog toot, those are not
No.
too pleasant either.
But
so
my dog herself smells nice. She
Your
smells
little
like,
doggy?
Yeah, she smells like peanut
a
butter.
peanut butter dog.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
So that's how that works.
Okay.
Bogart fan asks, was the Epic Reedling's mask inspired by anything?
I just finished talking to Monster Handler Chris about that. Nothing in particular, he says. He just wanted to give Reedling a new look, different from its common and rare appearances. And I think that was successfully achieved.
Yes.
Epic Reedling definitely doing its own thing. You know what I love about Epic Reedling's helmet is the fact that the eyes don't blink. They actually
They close and
yes,
open like a camera lens.
Yes, they telescope.
An aperture.
Telescopic lenses on its.
I really
helmet.
love, this isn't about the helmet, but I really love Epic Reedling's legs, the cable legs, with the like plastic caps on the ends. Love that detail.
And let's not forget that its actual breathing spines on its back also have a brand new look.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, everything about Epic Reedling
It's great.
is great.
All right, what do you think? A couple more questions?
I think I'm ready for trivia, actually.
Yeah? All right.
I think I'm ready.
Oh,
Do you want to talk about the survey thing?
yes.
Maybe now's as good a time as any. Monster Handler Michael has reminded us of an important thing to mention here on episode 41 is these last few episodes of My Singing Monsters Live, we have been airing them at the special summer hours time of 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, Summer Song is coming to a close. Luckily for all you out there, summer itself is not over and won't be over until, I think officially, the autumnal equinox is September 20th or 21st, but summer won't officially be over until then, but we're sort of on the cusp. We're on the precipice right now because it could be that our summer hours time of 3 p.m. is over, or if you prefer that to our regularly scheduled time of 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have whipped up a little survey for you all to complete. And that survey, I believe, is up on the screen right now.
Yes, and Michael Handler, oh my gosh.
Michael Handler.
Yeah.
Michael Handler Monster.
Yes, Michael
and
Handler
My
Monster.
Singing Matt.
And,
Forget
yes, and My
it. My
Sydney Monsters.
Yeah,
yes.
we're having quite the day here.
But Monster Handler Michael is dropping that survey link in the chat right now, so you can just pop in there to take it. And yeah, we appreciate all your feedback because we just want to make sure that we can get the survey out to the maximum number of people possible.
And there are several other questions on that survey
Yes,
as well
about
that
what
help
you-
us refine the My Singing Monsters Live experience moving forward.
Yeah.
This is the 41st episode of My Singing Monsters Live, so not to say that we've been at this for a while, but we've been at it for a little bit of time. So we certainly have our own ideas of what sorts of things, what sort of segments a My Singing Monsters Live episode should include. But we'd love to hear from you which are your favorites and any feedback that you might have for us on how to improve the program.
Yeah, there's questions on there about which activity is your favorite, which segments are your favorite, which ones are less, less your thing. Yeah, so thank you in advance for taking that survey. Now, on to the trivia.
Give me some trivia questions. Now, I'm still a little buzzed from my thrilling victory last week over Monster Handler Bell, which, if I recall correctly, was a pretty tight race. So maybe I'm not that thrilled. Maybe I'm actually kind of nervous for
Monster
this
Handler
week.
Bell did a pretty good job.
He did an astounding job, and Monster Handler Bell is among the monster handlers definitely one who is very visual centric. So some of those questions I'm amazed that he did as well as he did because it shows the sort of monster handler training that all of us undergo.
Now, did Monster Handler Bell say what they do here?
I believe
Their particular
I
genre
don't
of
remember.
monster handling?
I don't remember.
Well, Monster Handler Bell is a graphic designer, which explains his visual prowess.
Indeed.
Yes.
His visual acuity. All right.
All
Give me
right.
some of them questions there,
Okay,
Sydney.
here we go. Time to get stumped, baby.
I saw the excellent effort graphic up there. I hope I get
Is
one
that
of
one
those.
of the ones that does this?
Yes, I hope I get one of those. But I doubt it.
Desi Doo Doo Doo
Okay.
asks, how many grapes are on the vegetable medley skin? I'll give you a hint. Since it's symmetrical,
It's going to be an even number. 22.
that's your final answer?
Yeah.
Stomped.
Rats.
It's 48.
48.
48.
Holy smokes. I was almost halfway there.
Kudos to Desi Doo Doo
Oh, living on an island with some veggies. Living on an island. Yeah.
Kudos to Desi Doo 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 for sitting there and counting every one of those grapes.
You've done a true monster handler's work.
Dudecraft4 asks, which epic monster requires its own species to breed it?
Oh.
So just using a monster that doesn't have an epic, this would mean like a waddle that needs a waddle combined with another monster to make it. An epic.
I want to say that this is a trick question and that none, but now I'm very confused. I'm gonna that uses its own common monster in its breeding combination, an epic.
Yes. Which epic monster requires its own?
And it's
species
only
to breed?
one?
The question says which epic monster.
Singular. Which epic monster requires? I'm gonna say it's a trick question. I'm gonna say none.
Winner Kenya. It is a trick question.
Yeah, I didn't
It's a
I
trick
didn't
question,
think so.
None of them do.
I didn't think so. Oh, Michael, he had the stump ready to go.
Tisk.
He had the stump ready to go. Well, Michael, there you go.
As
Winner again, y'all.
as someone
Woo!
who helps figure out some of those breeding combinations,
I should hope that
yes.
that's something that I knew.
Next one from Bloom 1.
And just before we move on,
yes.
I know many of the community, I'd just like to comment on this. I know many people in the community have been trying to find some rhyme or reason, some logic.
Pattern.
Yes, in the epic breeding combinations. While some patterns may emerge, you may be surprised to learn that all epic breeding combinations were created at the same time.
Yeah, some
so all
people-
this talk of a post-Pango change-up,
No.
folly. Folly, I say.
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
slander.
And it's
Libel.
And I also see similar sort of conspiracies when an epic comes out and people are having a hard time getting it. People will say, "Oh, I bet they made it harder to get just for this."
I
epic."
can also, yes, discredit that theory. That is
We don't
also
do
not.
that.
That is also not correct.
No, all epics
Created
have-
equal.
Yes, exactly. Now, that does still mean
I'm dribbling a ball.
very nice.
Yes.
Now that does still mean, for example, that a quadruple element epic is harder to breed than a double element epic, correct? Or do I have?
Infinitesimally. Actually,
Oh, so they're roughly all the same.
actually, yeah, epic monsters, regardless of their number of elements, are about the same difficulty
Well,
level,
there you go.
actually.
And we do not change them after the fact. So there you go.
They are what
And
they
same
are.
thing with breeding combos.
You got it.
So, Lasagna 1 asks, which of the 4 monster handlers who mainly appear in MSM Live
Yes.
did not appear in the Island Skins trailer? If you haven't seen that trailer, go over to our YouTube channel.
That is Monster Handler Eric.
Win again.
Yeah.
Yes. Monster
But
Handler.
he did appear behind the camera.
Yes, but he's not on the camera,
Not-
you see.
not
He was
quite
there,
an
if I'm not
appearance.
mistaken, Michael, coaching you to eat an onion.
Yes, I ate it.
But then it
There's
did,
weeks where I eat it.
but that's on the cutting room floor.
A fun fact.
Cutting onions.
Fun fact about that shoot. We did it in the park where there's lots of geese, and I sat in.
Oh, you ruined a pair of pants.
Yes, I ruined a pair of pants because a goose had left a surprise.
That is
that I
the
didn't
sort
see.
of commitment that you can expect from Monster Handler Sydney.
Yes, so those pants are now in the garbage.
Cake Man 476 wants you to know that he started the shave, the beard pull,
Yes.
and that he's sorry. Or the
Well,
bears-
you know what?
That's rude.
I'm happy to.
Is he saying sorry because he doesn't like the beard?
Well, I'm happy.
No, I think they just feel bad.
Oh, well,
I'm happy.
don't worry.
I'm happy to receive that comment, and I say all is forgiven, apprentice monster handler. But now that Summer Song is over, I'm gonna try something. You've heard of playoff beards
Yes.
in NHL for the Stanley Cup and stuff like that. Well, I'm gonna have an anniversary month off beard where I'm not going to shave until anniversary month is over.
Love that.
So,
I should do
if
that
I'm
too.
not mistaken,
Yeah.
what,
Anniversary
and
month
compare them?
beards.
And compare them? How will your wife feel about that, Monster Handler Michael? We'll have to discuss. We'll have to weigh in with Michael Handler Courtney.
Michael Andrew Courtney. Okay, next one. Oh, I like this one very much. Ryan Wilson 346 asks, what monster has a default nickname of Homer? And they have a hint for you. Do you want the hint?
Yes, I'd love it.
It's a rare triple element.
It is Rare Sponge.
Winner gang though. Shouldn't
Yes.
have given you the hint.
Because Rare Sponge has in its bio a little word that is an homage to another three-eyed figure from a certain yellow-skinned cartoon series.
Some of you guys are so good at picking out the references in auto names and nicknames. I love that. All right. So
How am I doing? I think I'm doing
3.
pretty darn well. 75%? Oh, okay, let's get one more so I can bump that up to 80% success.
Okay, well,
Maybe
you're
even-
not going to get this one.
Okay.
Shimmy Show Shammy.
You mean I'm going to go down to 60%?
Well, I'm just
All right,
saying.
all right, lay it on me.
How many Epic Scups appeared in the Epic Scups trailer? So they are referring to the teaser video that went out
Yes.
before Epic Scups was revealed. And if you recall,
Yep.
you're panning up through Thingia, and Epic Scups is popping up as you go.
And you think I'm not going to get this one, huh?
I do think that. Prove me wrong. I want you guys to guess in the chat.
Four.
Stumped.
What was it?
How many lives do you have?
9?
Yes. 9.
Okay, I was way off on that one. All right, I
He
will.
pops up pretty quickly.
I will accept this 60% success rate because it is better than my stated average of 40%. I know that Michael's standards are much higher. He typically does much better than me, but I still contend that he gets some easy ones, some freebies. That's my statement. Okay,
Okay.
so we've got an activity
We do.
planned for today, and I love the name of this activity. Why?
Because you
Because
came up
I
with
came
it.
up with it, and it
I love
references
myself.
and it references several things. So it's sort of hard to read there. Michael, I blame you for coming up with the graphic design for
Yeah.
this.
You can.
So it is called
What
ArcimBOLD
do I
and the
use?
Beyootiful.
Right.
ArcimBOLD and the Beautiful,
ArcimBOLD
because
and
of course
Beautiful.
Giuseppe Arcimboldo is the human world artist, famous for his portraiture made out of where's it going? He's making it bigger. There it is.
Whoa.
And it also features, if you can see there, the critter that is unique to the vegetable medley skin. Those cute little snails.
I love those little snails.
Those cute little snails.
Someone
So
was wondering if they're related to Scargo.
I don't know.
We'll have
I
to
think that
ask.
these are naturally occurring creatures, and remember that Scargo, being a wublin, was created by Wubox from its mind. Okay, so I'm going to remove my monster handler hat for this particular. Maybe I'll keep it on. No, I'm going to take it off because for this ArcimBOLD and the Beyootiful.
Oh.
The veggies.
Mike-
Monster Handler Michael.
Michael has forgotten. Okay.
Careful. All right, we'll explain it while. Oh, here he comes. There he goes.
There he goes. Bye, Michael.
So, what are we going to be doing with the objects?
As
that Michael
inspired,
is
as inspired by Giuseppe Arcimboldo, we are going to be. This is not unlike Epic Pangaroni, but it's taking it to the next level. We are going
Yes.
to be taping different vegetables to each other's face to give ourselves new vegified looks. Here he comes.
Ooh, those look
Thank
tasty.
you,
Thank you.
Michael. So I think the way that this should work, off he goes. Bye, Michael. Thank you once again. How I think that this should go is we should each put on one veggie at a time.
Okay.
So I'm going to start.
Okay. Would you like me to be glasses on or glasses off?
I would like you to be glasses on, please.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well, you're handicapping me. This isn't fair.
So
Okay.
now don't worry. I will put the other one on last.
I appreciate it.
That is my.
So I am getting a second one.
Yes,
All
you
right.
are getting a second one eventually.
Hmm.
So, Michael, were people writing in to let us know which veggies were their favorite? I also shaved today so
don't
that
have any.
ArcimBOLD, here,
Nope, leave it.
so that ArcimBOLD and the Beyootiful would be a little easier, and you weren't trying to adhere stuff to.
Like your monster.
Yes, there we go. Isn't that nice? Okay. I am going to. Here, while I am, maybe you can be on tape duty.
Thunderduck says, "Oh my God, it's a vegan pirate."
That's me.
Oh, I'm giving you sort of a an interesting look.
Oh, my eyelashes are pressing against it.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
so exciting. No, it doesn't hurt at all.
So how many different
just gonna
kinds?
keep that
How many
eye
different
closed.
kinds of veggies did you create here for
Yes,
us,
thank
Michael?
you to Michael for printing these out.
I think there are 7.
7, my lucky number.
You look like a donkey.
Excuse me. Is this
Like
like
in
is this like
Pinocchio.
Fantasy Island?
And
Yeah,
it's not
from-
because of the corn.
From Pinocchio? How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay, so much like an Egyptian pharaoh. There you go.
Oh! How nice. There's only so much I can do with my face right now.
Okay, what do you want next?
Oh, is that my tape?
Yes,
You
it's
just-
up to you. Oh no,
What fell?
you lost your broccoli.
Okay. While you do that.
I'm gonna fortify your broccoli. Wow, I do look like a donkey.
Gonna give you a Squidward nose.
Oh my goodness.
Now you look like I don't
Patrick.
know. You look like Boscus. Kind of.
Yeah,
exactly.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, so let me reattach. There you go.
I'm wearing
Now,
makeup, so
now Giuseppe ArcimBOLD, known for achieving symmetry in some of his vegetable portraiture, but then sometimes not. When
Wow.
I know that he has a 4 Seasons series in profile, and some of those are not necessarily symmetrical.
Oh, no. Oh, got it.
Oh, you got it. Good for you.
Well, they're side profile faces, so.
Right, but I know that they're not visually, but it looks like there might also be some inconsistencies between the two. Oh, that one. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tape it on your face.
It is taped on my face.
No, I mean I'm gonna.
Oh,
You,
okay.
see, you've done it backwards.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no accounting for taste. Get it? Taste, because of veggies.
But
All right.
Like that steak asked, who is the boss just sitting in Matt's chair?
It's
knew-
me. It was me all along.
I wish I knew any Boscus auto names off the tip of my tongue.
There you go.
Do I look beautiful?
Yes.
Thank you.
And how am I doing? Oh. Well, okay.
You're
I'm really.
angry. You're ticked off.
Okay. What
Boy.
I'm gonna give you one more thing. Then you give me one more, and then I'm concluding with your second tomato.
Okay.
How are we deciding this? Are the great people?
Yes. We should have a vote. So
vote?
this is just going to be a gigantic pimple
Oh no.
on your forehead there,
Okay. One more thing, huh?
and then
Well,
and then
then-
I'm adding on your final tomato eye.
Well, you have a wart.
Oh.
Like a witch.
On my nose?
Yes.
All right. So here we go.
Okay.
The final. Here we go. So, please,
Vote Sydney.
yes, for your ArcimBOLD and the Beyootiful activity today, please vote as to which of these delicious Monster Handler made works of art tickle your fancy. Which give you all of your necessary vitamins and minerals. Oh, you're doing something exciting there with
Yes.
your own. Are you soliciting
Can
votes? Boom! Yes, she's got
What?
she's got moving tomatoes,
Woohoo!
folks. I want to try and pop this wart.
You can't pop a wart.
Or I'll try and pop your
Papa Wart
Oh,
was
is
my
it
name
still
in
there?
high school.
pop a wart.
It's exclamation mark Sid.
Exclamation mark Sid.
Sid or exclamation point Matt
Yes.
for the votes. Okay, so while those votes are pouring in,
You want to do monster?
yes, let's take a look at Monsterpieces.
Okay.
And Sydney.
Well, I'm
Why
gonna
don't
need
why
to
don't
do
yeah,
something
I'll
here.
remove
Alright, thank
your
you.
your tomatoes for the time being. All
Here,
right.
do you want to put them on my forehead or something?
Sure.
Okay.
Whoa, all right. So my singing monsters as cats,
So this is a whole Instagram account.
an arts project
Yeah,
here.
this is a whole Instagram account. Dedicated, just to that, to drawing the monsters as cats.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, and so I just picked 3 that I thought were really cool, but there's a whole bunch, so go check them out on Instagram and give them a follow.
I like Clamble Cat.
I quite like Clamel Cat as well.
I also really like Toe Jammer Cat. I also like Congle Cat,
Congo
of
looks
course.
chipper.
But Congle Cat to me seems the closest to a real cat, like an orange cat.
I see people trying to vote exclamation point Sydney. It's exclamation point Sid.
S-
I don't want to lose any votes. Come on.
SYD.
Clamble Cat. Okay.
Next up, the Prahorse has sent in, this
Very
version
cool.
of Epic Reedling.
I
This
love
their
the legs.
interpretation. I also think that this particular helmet piece, its head armor, looks a little weather-beaten. Looks
Yes.
a little worn.
Yes, it has a scratch or a dent.
Let's hope that it has a regenerative healing quality to it, because of course it is an organic piece.
Yeah.
Next up, from Villon the Duchy, we have another artistic interpretation
Ooh,
of
very nice
Epic Reedling.
sketch here.
Great detail on the legs. You can see the cable-like tubing
Yes.
that appears on the monster's legs, and which helps recirculate its toot air quite cleanly in this drawing.
Yeah, and again, those little caps on the legs that I love. Now, this next one is very cool. This person spent 5 hours painting this.
Holy smokes!
Yes, it's a full-blown painting.
Wow.
So this is from Instagram, so go give that person a follow. I think they've done at least one other piece of My Sing Monsters art.
Broski_art has done an
It's
exceptional job.
Ro.ski, actually, _art.
Ro.ski.
Yeah, a little hard to see there, but
Oh,
yeah.
I see it now.
Very cool.
Ro.ski_art has done a great job of capturing the various textures that appear
Mm-hmm.
on Octopus. There's a distinct look and feel to the head broccoli bits.
Mm-hmm.
There is a different feel to the tentacles that surround the monster, and there are different texture for the sort of tentacular beard pieces that sit below the mouth of Octopus. Well done,
Very well
Ro.ski_art. Well done.
Now, this is Epic Reedling done in Spore.
Wow, a fairly faithful adaptation.
Yes.
You can see that all the colors are perfectly matched, and not only that, they have that sort of helmet-like
Yes.
chitinous carapace on the head.
Yes, the carapace is very well done.
Yes, done almost to perfection. Well done, Maxley was taken. I wonder how
Strimes-
long that took.
I don't know. Strimes tweets 49. Furcoin saying, "You're eating our home."
Oh no, and Brat's appetite cannot be satiated. But hopefully the Harvard is there to, as you said earlier,
Give him a bop on the nose.
give a quick whack
Yeah.
of the asparagus tree trunk
Mhm.
and say, "And Brat, don't even think about it.
Don't even think about
Don't
it.
even think about it, okay?"
All right, by Alex Zenkin, another Instagram account that does tons of these clay sculptures, all sorts of tiny little adorable clay sculptures. So go give them a follow too.
Here we have Scups, Mammoth, and Ziggurat.
Yeah, they mostly do, I think, young Dawn of Fire monsters.
Yes, Ziggurat, a fire monster that we know was rediscovered after Firehaven's rediscovery, but that we haven't seen or heard much of.
Yeah, that's right.
All those fire monsters confirmed are back, are around, but we just don't know when we'll be seeing them in any sort of permanent way. Yeah.
Have they chosen a home yet, or what?
Yeah, who knows?
Annie has given us this adorable Reedling. Look
Now-
at those cheeks.
This Reedling reminds me, I feel like this isn't the first time I've brought up this character, but Bunnicula. The bunny
Yes.
vampire. There's something about this Reedling. Maybe it's the little teeth
Maybe so.
and the eyes that very much remind me of. And you know what? Bunnicula is a perfect monster to be bringing up on this vegetable medley episode, because instead of sucking the blood out of unwitting victims, it would drain the juices from vegetables, and there would be completely white vegetables that they'd find in the house. There'd be like a white carrot and a white, well, cauliflower's already white. Other white vegetables.
Broccoli.
Broccoli, yes.
Now, Cole T submitted these Lego versions of Monster Hunter Matt and myself.
There we are.
There we are.
That hat is pretty accurate.
Yes, they're very faithful recreations. I
Yes,
think.
the pith helmet has long been a Lego element. Back in the, I believe, the Johnny Thunder series.
Johnny Thunder!
Yeah, Michael knows. The Johnny Thunder Lego series, there was a professor that traveled with Johnny Thunder, a sort of Indiana Jones-esque figure who was always going on archaeological digs and resurrecting mummies and stuff like that. So well done, Cole T. And Sydney, your hair looks lovely in Lego form.
Oh, thank you. Monster Hunter Matt is a big Lego buff and Bionicle buff. Fluffy Mel has given us.
This is a thick Epic Reedling, and I love
Very
it.
round.
I love it.
Belongs on the Round Boys Instagram account. Very cute, very brightened up and
Yes,
sparkly and
yes.
sweet.
This one looks like it's had like the bath to end all baths.
Yes,
It
it's
is.
puffy.
It is scrubbed clean.
Yes,
Yes, it
Very
is.
sweet.
It is very sweet. I like the background too.
me too.
Next up, Midnight has here a very detailed rendering of Epic Reedling. I love when a new monster comes out and we get to see our the artistic members of our community. They try their hand at the monster from a different angle or in a different style. I absolutely love that's
Me
one of
too.
my favorite parts of unveiling a new monster species or subspecies is the art that follows from the community.
One of my favorite parts is when people send us artwork for the first time, because we're always looking for, Midnight is a frequent contributor, but we're always looking for new names. So if you have been
That's
working
right,
on...
to switch it up, and we love all the art that's sent to us. You don't have to be the best artist in the world. If you love My Singing Monsters and you feel the urge to create, if you're inspired to create worlds of creativity,
don't be afraid to send it our way.
yes, we'd
Yeah.
love to see it,
Yeah.
please, and thank you. Next up,
By
from
There's a new one.
Moose, is Hula.
It's finding some bug monsters.
Oh no!
Underneath the rock.
Yes, it's
Scar-Tar
and Ludwig.
Yeah.
Yes, two of the insectoid celestials.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You-
that was
now,
really cute.
now, from a size standpoint, I can't speak as to the authenticity of this size
It's
comparison
creative
between Hula,
license.
but I love the context of it, the lifting up of the rock, and seeing those different pieces. As you can see, we have shed our vegetative countenances, except for Sydney, who is reapplying a carrot.
I want to see if I can make
How's
this
the
have some
how's the
eyebrows.
poll going, Monster Handler Michael?
I'm gonna shut her down the final vote with 61%.
So
Congratulations.
Good
now
job.
wait a
Good
minute.
job.
Wait a minute though. I'm a little confused. Does that mean that my vegetable face was the winner? That is to say, Sydney's actually the winner?
Hmm.
What did you say when you were outlining the
I think we just said which one is your favorite. Who has won? Maybe we
I
weren't
think,
clear.
I think they prefer your work. I think you truly won.
Well, I'd like to hand off this award to you.
Is it a bouquet?
Yes, it's a little vegetable bouquet, a vegetable medley, if you will. Oh, she's gonna eat all the vegetables. Okay, so
that's about it, right? We're done.
so that's about it. No, Michael, we've got a
Wrong.
few more things to take care of before the end of this episode 41 of My Singing Monsters Live. Of course, if you joined us right at the beginning, you know all about the giveaway that we are doing today, which is the Win-A-Skin Vegetable Medley Island Skin that you can
Yes.
own completely for free if you are drawn in today's draw. Now, hopefully, over the course of this episode, you put in !raffle and made yourself eligible for this draw, and we have the winner.
Would you like to announce it?
I would love to. Can you give me a drum roll?
Absolutely.
Thank you. The winner of today's Win-A-Skin Island Skin giveaway, which is someone that I don't think a name I've never seen before,
No.
so I hope that they're a brand new viewer of this episode of My Singing Monsters Live, is Sacrificial 2!
Congratulations, Sacrificial 2.
Congratulations, Sacrificial. No sacrifices need to be made here today because you are the proud winner of an absolutely free Vegetable Medley Island Skin for your plant island. Ooh,
Very
that's exciting.
exciting.
So please, whisper at us your friend code /BBBID, and we will be excited to deliver you your completely free of charge Vegetable Medley Island Skin. Bet you're glad that you tuned in for today's episode, aren't
Wow,
you,
what a
Sacrificial
great one.
2? What a great winner. Okay, so that's just about the end of our episode. As is our wont here on My Singing Monsters Live, we typically end the episode with a composer piece. Now, this composer piece, I believe I went all the way back to the beginning of when we asked for submissions for composer pieces, but
we
I
keep
thought,
them all.
but I thought it was relevant for two reasons. And the artist, the composer, Michael, could you scroll down for quick seconds just so that I can remember what is the name? I believe it is a Monster Noob 567. A Monster Noob 567 submitted this work. It is relevant for two different reasons. One, the title of this composition is Monster Lasagna, which I thought was relevant because a
Perfect.
vegetable lasagna is one of my favorite
Oh,
meals.
I believe this might be a reference to a certain YouTuber's song.
Oh.
Yes, I believe so.
Well,
so
I
carry
guess.
on.
Well, I guess we'll
But
find out in a moment.
lasagna, a perfect fit.
Yes,
for
and the
these
second
veggies.
reason that I thought it was relevant is because it's the end of it's the end of Summer Song, and if there's anything that this Summer Song has been themed around, it's been the discovery of DJ Epic and the collaborative creative force of Common, Rare, and Epic Hula working together to put on amazing secret shows. And who knows, if I were you this last weekend, I might keep my eyes and ears peeled for something of a grand finale for a... Oh, that's right. Something of a grand finale for a certain performer monster. But I thought that this Composerpiece lent itself well to that sort of club box sort of vibe and style. You got it, Sydney. So, please enjoy Monster Lasagna by A Monster Noob 567. And until next time, for episode 42, we'll see you next time. Make sure, if you haven't already, to answer the monster survey about what time the future episodes of My Singing Monsters Live should be.
We'll put it in the chat
Yes,
again.
whether at 3 p.m. or at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please let us know. Please fill in that survey. And enjoy yourselves. Make vegetables, not insults. That was terrible. Happy monstering.
Happy
Enjoy.
monstering.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. Us monster handlers really appreciate it. If you liked this episode and you want to see even more where that came from, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and then you can stay tuned. Get it? Tuned? It's music humor. Anyways, happy monstering.